Hi, I'm Paul Hancock. I'm Division Chief Medical Officer for Methodist Healthcare System. Now, these two vaccines that are out right now, Pfizer and Moderna, both look like they reduce the risk of getting COVID by about 95%, which is extremely high. So they're highly effective at reducing the risk of getting COVID-19. The vaccine has been well studied, and the FDA has authorized its use. In the initial trials of the vaccine, the symptoms were extremely modest. So for me, the answer is yes, the vaccine is safe. There are some kinds of vaccines that are called live virus vaccines, and these vaccines are not live virus vaccines. They're made out of pieces of the RNA that makes up the virus, and you mount an immune response to those pieces of the virus, but you don't actually receive the virus. So no, it is not possible to catch COVID-19 from this vaccine.
That's it.
Awesome.
Typical symptoms after receiving the first dose of vaccine are none. I mean, most people will not have symptoms at all. A lot of people will have a little bit of tenderness at the injection site. There is a chance of a fever, chills, body aches. In the initial studies of the vaccine, the chance of a fever was about 5% with that first dose, about 15% with the second dose. A very small percentage of patients will have a severe allergic reaction. You know, the typical symptoms after a COVID-19 vaccine are the body mounting its immune response against the vaccine to make those antibodies that make the person immune to catching a COVID-19 infection. If you've had COVID-19, we suggest that you have the vaccine. And the reason for that is we don't fully understand how long immunity to COVID lasts after a person has either had the disease or even after they've had the vaccine. I also want to add that it appears that, and this is anecdotal, don't have any data on this, it sounds like people who have had COVID in the past may have a somewhat stronger reaction to the vaccine. That is, if you've had COVID in the past and you get the vaccine, that immune reaction seems to be a little stronger, and therefore people who have had it in the past may be more likely to have the fever, the muscle aches, the other symptoms. I had the vaccine about a week ago, and I understand some people are reluctant about vaccines in general, and some people may look at this and say, hey, look, these haven't yet received full FDA approval. The trials were pretty short. The truth is, the data all points to these vaccines being extremely safe, and we know that the virus is extremely dangerous. We're all familiar with the stories of how it has harmed people and now how people have died from COVID-19. I would urge people to move ahead and get the vaccine. It's the only way that we're going to break the cycle that this virus has going on in our communities. We've got to get more and more people immune to the virus.